Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh. I'm Tanvi Kaur and I'll be presenting a Saakhi today in the Dewan. But before I begin with the Saakhi, I want to read a few lines from the Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. हर है खान रेत में बिखरी, हाथी चुनी न जाए. कह कबीर गुर पली भुजाई, कीटी होई के खाई. The reason I chose these lines before I tell you about the Saakhi is because for me these lines summed up the moral of this Saakhi. Here, Kabir Ji has compared Vaheguru to the sweet sugar. And he says that in order to be able to get this sugar, to find it, which is scattered in sand, because you can't easily get it, you have to become an ant. Because an elephant, so he's compared us humans who are not connected with Vaheguru to the animal, the elephant, the manmukh. And he says that in order to be able to feed, to find the sugar, and to be able to taste that ras of Vaheguru, one has to become an ant. And for me, the line that one has to become one is what caught my attention in this line. That the journey is to become that ant. So today's Saakhi is about Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji and Bhai Laal Singh Ji. So the story begins in Guru Gobind Singh Ji's Darbar. And it's known that in Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji's Darbar, a lot of Sikhs used to bring gifts. They used to present these gifts to Guru Sahib as a token of their love, their respect for him. And similarly, one day, Bhai Laal Singh Ji, he presented Guru Sahib with a Dhaal, a shield that was not only strong, not only light, but almost impossible to penetrate. And when Guru Sahib and the Sangat saw this Dhaal, the shield, and heard about its qualities, they started to praise him. And Guru Sahib too expressed his happiness at the Dhaal. He was very impressed by that shield. Now, Bhai Laal Singh Ji was a very good Sikh, but like many of us, the praises, the wah, wah from the Sangat. And during that time, somewhere, he started to develop some amount of ahankar, hommi, what we refer to as ego. He was so happy with the praises and so overwhelmed by that feeling. He didn't realize when it turned into ego. And he declared in Guru Sahib Ji's Darbar that no one could penetrate this Dhaal. And so Guru Sahib told him that, okay, why don't you come tomorrow with this Dhaal? Let's test it. And even then, Bhai Laal Singh Ji accepted it, chhati bhar, sir uppar, ki haan, I'll come tomorrow. The moment he stepped out, just realized what a blunder he had committed. And he told himself, I created this Dhaal as a token of my love for Guru Sahib. And what have I done? I've declared in all my hommi, in that ego. He realized that he had made a mistake. He was very disappointed in himself because he didn't want to show off that Dhaal. He simply wanted to convey his love to Guru Sahib. And so when we all are consumed by doubt, by this disappointment, we often go to our family members, to our friends, our loved ones, who we know will advise us well. So that's what Bhai Laal Singh Ji also did. He went to his friends, he went to his family, and he told them what he had done and how he was repenting, how he had spoken in hommi, in ego. And his friends told him that, his family and his friends told him that, go do an ardas, go to Vaheguru Ji. And so he did. He did an ardas in front of Vaheguru Ji, seeking his forgiveness, his blessings, because he had realized what he had done. He was so disappointed in himself that he continued to do Simran throughout the night, hoping to seek Vaheguruji's blessing, forgiveness, and the courage to be able to go and stand in front of Guru Sahib after what he had done. So the next day he arrived in the same darbar where he had acted in Homme. But this time, when he arrived, his body language was different. Head bowed down, hands folded. And this was the same way when the way he responded when Guru Sahib said that, okay, let's test your Dhaal. Acted and responded very humbly. So Guru Sahib took over the gun, took the aim at the Dhaal, and he stopped. He watched Bhai Laal Singh standing there with his shield, with their Dhaal, head bowed down, eyes shut. So he called off his aim and called Bhai Laal Singh ji and asked him, why are your eyes closed while I'm aiming at the shield? And that's when Bhai Laal Singh ji narrated to Guru Sahib what he had realized and the remorse that he was feeling regarding his behavior. And the moment he did that, Guru Sahib blessed him and accepted his gift generously, lovingly. He accepted his apology. And what a beautiful moment that must have been. Because when he must have been designing this shield, this Dhaal, this is what he must have imagined. That I'm going to take all this love to Guru Sahib and I'm going to tell him how much I love him through this gift. And at that moment, when he surrendered, when he accepted what he had done, that's exactly what he got. And so let's look at what this Saakhi teaches us, which is multifold, and how we can apply it to our lives in the 21st century. So think about the story that we spoke about, the lines that I had spoken about from the Shabad. Keep that in mind while we speak about the moral of the Saakhi. So in the Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, it has been mentioned in several ways that a Sikh's journey is to walk the path of darkness, of the ego, of ignorance, into light of divine awareness. And we've been told several times that Ardas, Simran, is how we achieve that divine awareness. And in the Saakhi, we see that, how Bhai Laal Singh Ji was able to walk through that darkness into that true awareness. And he actually started walking that path the moment he stepped out of that darbar and he recognized what he had done. And so that recognition that I have spoken, I have allowed ahankar to come inside of me and consume me, is the stepping stone to one becoming closer to Vaheguru. So those lines that speak about the elephant and the ant, where the elephant is the ego, the ant is the Gursik who becomes one with Vaheguru. We keep switching from the elephant to the ant, from the ant to the elephant back. And if we become mindful, if we become aware of that switch that begins to happen, the shedding of the ego, the ahankar, the process begins. And so ego and Vaheguru are two ends of the same line. They can never touch. They can never meet. They can never coexist. And the line, ego is opposed to the name of Vaheguru. They cannot dwell in the same place. So the journey of a Sikh is the overcoming and the shedding of this ego in order to become one with Vaheguru. And we've all heard about the 5 thieves that often consume us: Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ahankar. The journey is to not let these 5 thieves steal from us, steal us getting closer to Vaheguru, becoming one with him. And something in this story also taught me that who he sought advice from when he left the darbar were his fellow Gursikhs. And it's so important whom we seek advice from. They were key to pointing Bhai Laal Singh towards the right direction of seeking forgiveness, blessing from the source directly, not misguiding him. They didn't say कि Bhai Laal Singh, मैनू ए लगदा है कि you should do this. I think you should do that. And often we find ourselves doing that. मैं ए किता, I did that. And so this journey on earth is personal. And the journey is designed to let go of the I, me, mine, मैं, मेरा. This letting go, this detachment, is not from the world, not from our loved ones, not from these attachments that are around us, but the detachment from these five thieves that steal from us. And so the journey is internal. And the beginning of this journey starts with Ardas, starts with Simran. I wouldn't say that that's all that the journey is. There's so much more. But this is the fuel. It's the fuel to living that journey of a Sikh. So ask yourself, who will you choose to be every day? Because we have to make this call in every moment, in every second, every day. We have to do Ardas, Simran, whenever we get the chance. Whom do you choose to be? The ant or the elephant? Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.